Good afternoon. It is Saturday the 16th of January. I'm going to do a chilli seedling update. You may remember when I left it, all of the seedlings have been planted in their trays in the propagator. So I thought we'd have a little look at where we are with the seeds. We've already got some sprouting through, which is brilliant. And then we'll look at what the next steps are and how we're going to look after these little babies. So just taking a look. I'm going to start off at this end of the trays and let the focus go. We've got a lot of little green shoots busting through, which is brilliant because it means spring's coming. These are the cherry bombs, so we've got a couple there. The Bulgarian carrots, nothing there. The prairie fires, there you go, just see a couple of little sprouts coming through. These are the orange habaneros, nothing at the moment now. I tried orange and red habaneros last year unsuccessfully. I think they're a little more challenging to grow from seed than I thought, but we'll see how we get on. Just while we're here, I'll just come on to the subject of heat. Now, you may well know that I use an electronic pair of electric windowsill propagators to keep these little babies snug, and that when they are sitting by, generally they'll have the lid on, so it creates like a little micro environment for them. So at the minute we're down to about 80 degrees. I've had the lids off for about half an hour, get some air to them, but usually the heat's around about 85, right down in here in the right down where the roots will be going. Generally it needs to be over 70 degrees, but you want to keep it, I think, below 90 is the recommendation. You don't want it too hot because you don't want to kind of kill them with the heat. So I think we're in a pretty good place at the minute. Moving along, we've got the paper lanterns, just hoping the focus is okay. Yeah, these are a great fruit producer. I've got loads of fruit for these last years. I've still got some of them in the freezer. They're really cool, quite a vigorous grower. And look at this, this is a right result. These are red habaneros come up. I think these are probably the best sprouting seeds so far. I didn't have any luck with these this year, so maybe doing the tea stuff and all the other stuff I've done is paying off. Carolina Reaper, the strongest bugger that I grow. It's a super hot. One of those is coming through, which is nice. Trinidad Scorpion is a super hot, as well as is the Butricola. Nothing on those at the minute, but there's plenty of time. They do take longer to develop, whereas the lighter ones tend to not need as long, but I'll put them all in together anyway. Tepin, which is a new one, nothing there yet. And this is a Peruvian purple, which again is another new one. And we've got one little stalk there, and there's a seedling just there where you can actually see the seed, where the greenery's breaking out, which is lovely. Just get the focus back, come back, come back. There you go. Right, next one up, Tabasco. This is your traditional red sauce you buy in a bottle. Never done this one before, which is fine. One called Sweet Banana. This is like a super mild. It'll have no heat at all. But if I'm doing super hot, I might as well try stuff from the other end of the scale as well. And finally, the Poblanos. The Poblanos, these lovely, great big green Mexicans again. No heat to them, but a really huge grower. Right, so that is where we stand at the moment. Just on the subject of heat, so you can see where we are. I've got a radiator here. It's an old school radiator. Got a setting of 1 to or 0 to 6. Generally I keep it around 3ish, 2-3 during the day, just so there's a constant heat. Big thing with heating these seedlings is you want to keep that heat constant. You can't be in a position where, you know, you've got it nice and hot during the day when you're awake, but you turn it off at night to save on the bills, because that'll just retard them and kill them. And that is about it for the minute. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the camera off for a minute. Then I'm going to look at the other new thing I'm trying this year, which is LED lighting. So I'll be back in a second. And welcome back. So this strange sci-fi tripod thing in front of me is an LED light. This is a relatively new development. The LED technology apparently has come on leaps and bounds. So this was 20 quid off of Amazon, and it is 2 different spectrums of LED light. I've changed the configuration of the trays, so you'll see that anything that's not germinating yet I've put to the sides, but anything that's got actual growth, I've put as close as I can underneath these lights. Now I've also turned some of them around. If you can see with this red habanero, they're bent right over, so this is where the little stalks are reaching out to get daylight, and they were facing the other way around. And we want to avoid the little seedlings here doing this. We don't want them stretching, we want them to stay kind of in the middle, bulky and strong, because we're going to get pretty weak and straggly plants if we're not careful. So this is all new to me. Again, this is something I picked up on good old YouTube. So these are LED lights. So let's have a quick look at what these are, see how they come out. I don't know if you can, yeah, okay, you can see it. So there's two different coloured sort of lights in there. One's kind of a reddy pink and one's blue colour. Now I don't profess to understand the technology, but certainly from what I understand, this is the right spectrum of light to encourage growth in your seedlings. So there are three of these kind of tripod legs, and they're on one of those bendy kind of monkey things that you get for camera stands and stuff. It's not brilliant, I mean it's 20 quid, what do you want? So I've done it so that we're going to have light coverage here, here, and hopefully here. There's a remote control thingy here, which has got some sort of timer function as well. I have yet to work out how to work this properly, but my intention is that I'm going to leave this on 24/7. So this will be on throughout the night. LED, as I understand it, and any of you electricians can put me right, I believe it's a very cheap form of light, so it's not going to break the bank. But what this should do is give these little seedlings constant light, especially when it's January now, so you know, I think we've probably got about 14, maybe even 16 hours of darkness a day, so this should hopefully ensure that they're getting all the light they need to develop and be strong. So this is something quite new for me. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this comes on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cover the little babies up. We've seen what the growth's like at the moment, we've seen what's not growing, and we'll come back to this probably in about a week or so and see if it's bearing any fruit. And I'll let you know how I've gone with the lights, see if they've fallen off, if they're broken, or if they're doing their job, which would be great. Anyway, catch you soon. Cheers.